Hello, my name is Kenneth. I'm an undergraduate student here at FGCU, majoring in business management with an international concentration, and then doing a double major in finance with a concentration in analysis and management. I'm just going to be talking briefly about the trip that we just went on to the UAE and to Saudi Arabia. This program, I think, was very diverse. We got to do a lot of really cool things that I don't think I would have done on my own traveling or really in a professional setting either. Like go to different cultural events. We got to do different company visits. Ones that I found really valuable was going to Saudi Aramco in Saudi Arabia, big oil company, as well as we had a guest speaker from LinkedIn come and talk about the job market in Dubai and kind of how businesses operate in Dubai in general. And that guest speaker was actually at one of the two university visits that we did on our trip. One was in the United Arab Emirates, and then one was also in Saudi Arabia. Both the university visits were super helpful, and we actually got a certificate from both. I actually went on the study abroad last year to Bolivia, and I can kind of say from experience that the certifications that you get on this trip are really, really helpful. I'm actually in Miami right now doing an internship for the summer, and one of the main things that I was able to pull on from um, my resume while interviewing for this role was the experiences that I had in Bolivia and kind of highlighting that under the certificates side of my resume. On the trip, we also got to do a bunch of cultural visits, such as visiting the presidential palace in Abu Dhabi, one of the most beautiful buildings that I've ever stepped foot in, to be honest, as well as just learning more about the culture in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and Dubai, going to the top of the world on the Burj Khalifa. So you get to do a lot of things that are like fun as well as educational and kind of get a good mix of educational professionalism and just cultural fun visits as well, which is something that I really do like about this trip. I would say that in both scenarios, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and then also for the trip to Bolivia, it definitely changed my perception of those areas, particularly in the Middle East, such as Saudi Arabia. I probably wouldn't have gone to Saudi Arabia by myself or even really elected to go in a professional setting. But going on the trip last year with Dr. Roddig, I have a lot of trust in him and the university, and we had a connection there. So I thought, what better time to go than now? And it was definitely not 100% my expectations, and I learned a lot when I was there, like how safe the countries were and stuff, and just differences in the way of life that I you don't really get to experience, especially in the West, and like just seeing it on the news. But everybody we interacted with there and all the business people were very professional, very nice, which was definitely really eye opening to how they do business in that culture. And I could see myself possibly doing business there in the future. Um, I would say this trip ranks pretty high as an academic experience as a student at FGCU. Like I said, last year I went to Bolivia. Um, Bolivia, Saudi Arabia, and then the United Arab Emirates have been pretty much my highlights of my academic undergraduate career. And it's been something that since Bolivia I look forward to every summer as kind of an opportunity to unwind for 10 days while also really being a sponge of information and culture and learning a lot about business and how people conduct business in other parts of the world. Um, but yeah, I just want to say huge thanks to Dr. Roddig and the international business program here at FGCU. I highly recommend these trips. Totally worth it. Like, you get memories and connections that last a lifetime. I have connections in Saudi Arabia now that I never thought I would have, and I have friends that live in Bolivia. So it's really cool. It's really an experience that I don't think you could necessarily put a price tag on, but even still, it's the information and the professional experience that you get from it is invaluable. So I hope you take advantage of it. Thanks.